Hello, everyone. Today, we are going to go through Pinterest and we are going to do an audit on our account. So, we have been working with Pinterest for a long time and we use Pinterest for a lot of our clients, driving traffic back to their website through a very strategic pin strategy, posting to different boards, to Tailwind communities, and different Pinterest groups, and also through promoted pins. But I wanted to show you our own Pinterest account just to make sure, this is something that we were coming in to do anyway, to make sure we're doing as we say to do. It's one of those do as we say, not as we do. We want to make sure that what we're doing with our clients, that we're doing for ourselves as well. So as you'll see, we are in our business Pinterest account. And when you come to your Pinterest account, you want to make sure that it is a business account, and you'll see your home feed here. The reason why you want a business account is because of the analytics and the ads. So with a business account, there's also a few different pins you can create. And then obviously the analytics is huge because that's really going to be able to tell you who's coming to your, how many views do you have a month on your Pinterest account, what pins are being saved and have the most engagement, and then also your ads to be able to promote those ads to drive more traffic back to your website. So in order to see our account first, we're going to go to the Business Hub. And this is kind of the behind the scenes. This is what we have. This will tell you kind of just a sneak peek of our analytics, which we'll get to first. But I want to go into, what our public profile looks like. So over here on the right-hand side, you'll see your logo. And in here, this is also where you would be able to, if this is a personal account you've been using, there should be an option that says switch to business account, and that's what you want to do. So a couple things, you can change this header. You can have a specific header there like you have on your Facebook or on your YouTube channel that kind of gives that more of, maybe the business name, what you do, your logo, things like that. We have it just set up to show our most recent pins. So that's more of a personal preference. This is a good space for that brand building. So if, we work with a lot of different types of bloggers. So this may be a great area for, one of your branded images of you with what topics you talk about. If you are a mom blog that works, you're really talking about kids 10 and younger, or, just giving your audience a little insight of who you are, that's a great place to have it. Obviously your logo or your image here, your company name, and this is, this all depends on your brand. Caitlin and I have branded Social Speak Network, so that's what our logo is. That's obviously what all of our social media is. But as a blogger, you may be branding your name. So this may be your name if you don't have a business name for your blog. So it depends on what brand you're using. That's what would go here. And then your description, making sure it's very clear what it is that you do. And then you'll see, we have only 635 followers. We're following 129 people, but we have over 43,000 monthly views. That's really good for us. Pinterest is not a social media platform. So it's important to have followers, but you're not banking on the number of followers you have like you are on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter. It really comes down to your pin strategy. That's the most important piece. So you'll see that these are all the pins that we have created and that we've put up on our account, and you'll be able to see how many times they have been viewed. And these have just been posted this week, so there's not a whole lot of views on them yet. You'll see the ones that we have pinned, a few months ago, obviously have a lot more views. So what I want to do is I want to look at what's the saved button is, and this is going to change our profile to show the boards that we have. Now, when you're thinking, you can click on all pins, and we've had 63,000 pins, and there's a mixture here of what we want to do. So a lot of we talk a lot about healthcare digital marketing tips. We have social media marketing for small business. We have SEO and blogging tips, social media management for bloggers, how to find your target market, Instagram marketing tips, Facebook marketing tips. So some of these boards that, like this one that's only has 18 pins, we haven't pinned there for a while, so we can either move those pins to another board or let that board go if we're not utilizing it. You can see with our SEO, we have 663 pins there and 500 pins in our healthcare digital marketing. So focus on the boards that you're going to be utilizing the most. And what's important with those is that you have an SEO friendly title, so search engine optimization, because remember, Pinterest is that search engine. So what is your audience looking for? Are they looking for how to find your target market? This is great because that is what this board says. And if you click onto the board, and again, we haven't used that board a whole lot because we only have 16 pins. Then the description. So describe what types of pins people will be seeing in that board. And again, you want to utilize those keywords in here as well. And then it'll show you, what pins you have. You can add notes. So you'll notice on, if you post to different group Pinterest boards, they'll have notes of kind of what those rules are. And so this is, that's a great way to utilize that notes section. So doing your Pinterest audit, going through each of your boards and making sure that you have a keyword friendly title, a description. You can use if you click this edit button, the pencil, so here, I don't have a description for email marketing. So is email marketing dead? No, it is very much alive and works great. In this board, we will show you how to grow your email list and utilize email marketing for your business. So then what you can do is, email marketing tips, you can add a board cover. It's going to pull up the pins from that board, and you can pick which one you want, okay? Let's see, we'll do this one. Click done. And then if you don't like that board cover, you can go back, click edit, and then maybe find this one, and then that looks perfect. You have the name, the description, and then click done, okay? So go through each of your boards, make sure that you are utilizing the space correctly for you. Here on our content marketing strategy, we have over 1,700 pins, but here on how to build an automatic business brand, or excuse me, an authentic business brand, we only have 10 pins. So these tips can go into maybe our business tips, and we can get rid of that board. You can also have secret boards, which means, and this is great we love using Pinterest to get ideas on what other people are pinning. So you can create a board here at the plus sign and click board. And then this can just be Pinterest image ideas. Keep this board secret. So what this means is as you're scrolling through Pinterest, you can save images to this board, but they will not show up on your profile. This is just for you to see as an admin, and then you can pull that board up and look at, oh, okay, this is what I liked about that image. And as you need, so, oh yes, oh, I love how they did that. That's perfect. I like that image. Oh, this is cute. Because you're going to see there's different styles to Pinterest images and different lengths. The longer lengths work better. Here's an infographic. This image here is a little bit longer than this one, but it's a little hard for me to read and seems a little cluttered. I may be more apt to click onto this one because it's cleaner. So looking at what types of pins you like, what images you like, and then save them to that private board so then you can get ideas when it comes time to create content, okay? So now you have these 4 pins here in my super secret board and we are all set. So after you do the audit on your boards, you want to come over to your analytics. And I always just click onto the overview. And now with Pinterest, you also want to try different types of content. Obviously, images are number one. Try the square images. If you use Tailwind, you can link your Instagram to your Tailwind, and you can pin the same images that you're putting onto Instagram on Pinterest. So that makes it easy, but monitor those square images. Are they getting clicks? If you pin them, you'll need to change the link because they're going to automatically link back to your Instagram account. If that's where you want them to go, great. Otherwise, change the link back to your blog. So also, like I said, the long images, and if you're using Canva, Canva has a great tool to be able to create Pinterest. Pinterest images and at different sizes. So you can try different sizes, like I said, but also get creative with your Pinterest templates of adding video into these templates as well. So that will help increase those user views because you can add, if you do video, so you can add your video to this image, customize the colors, add a different, change up the content, and then be able to put that onto Pinterest. You can also just have animated images like this that say, 10 great places to travel with kids, something like that. And then it stops the scroll on Pinterest. So as you use different types of content, you'll want to be able to monitor it in your analytics. Looking at, the impressions that your pin had, you can look at engagements. And this is just going to be the last 30 days. And you can see, okay, so on Wednesday, I had 85 engagements on our Pinterest account. That's awesome. What about pin clicks? We want to make sure we're driving that website traffic to the right places. So we had 60 clicks on Monday the 27th. Obviously, on Christmas, we still had 30 clicks, which it's Christmas Day and people are still on Pinterest. So Pinterest never sleeps. It keeps going and going. So here this is a great platform for you to be able to look at to say, when is my audience on Pinterest? What days of the weeks? And so that's when you're going to want to monitor your engagement. What are my top boards? Business tips and social media management for bloggers. We've had 5,700 impressions, 56 outbound clicks, and this is no promotion. This is just organic. 31 saves, 111 pin clicks. So this is really interesting to be able to see the difference of the boards and what's working more and what's not. And then also here are, some of these are original content, and a lot of them are curated content, meaning repins that other people from trusted sources, like we pin from CoSchedule, Social Media Today, Hootsuite, Buffer. We look at Social Media Examiner, Neil Patel, the people in our industry that we get our information from, and we'll repin their boards or their pins to our boards. And then a lot of them are, like, obviously with our logo on it, this is our own. So it's really cool to see, okay, so this one here had 2,500 views or impressions, but I can create an image similar to this with our own branding and see if it gets even more views. So Pinterest gives you all of the content that, all the data that you really need to be successful on Pinterest. And then, so this will tell you 740, so 6.2% engagement on this pin, 2.2% engagement on that pin. So it's good to know what people are clicking on, what images they're finding attractive to draw them to that. And so that's really where we want to then focus on, okay, what about this post drew people to it where it makes them want to click and keep going? Because this pin was created August 27th, and this is the stats for December to this month. So that is, it's really cool to look at what's working and what's not working. And then the other part is, you can, if you go back to your profile, you can actually promote some of the pins that you, or as many pins as you want, really, that you have put up. And this is where it helps drive that traffic to your website even more. So here, why Pinterest is good at driving blog traffic. So I clicked promote, and it's going to bring me to here. What is the destination URL you want? What is the daily budget? How many days? And then you can you can fill out your target audience. So it's really showing to exactly who you want it to show to, okay? So it'll show you, this is what, I think it was 84% of Pinterest is done mobilely. So it's important to see what it would look like computer view as well, but that mobile, so that's what it would look like computer. This is what it was going to look like mobile. Most people use Pinterest on their phones. So take time, go through your Pinterest account. If you need help figuring out what board names you should have, how you should be, creating those pins, what that strategy looks like, let us know. We do have Pinterest management packages that we are really helping with our clients with that creative process, but also more the time management process. If you're using the right tools, you can pin from anywhere from 25 times per week up to 200 times per week if you're utilizing the right tools. So, and that's a mixture of organic content, pulling from your blog post, from your social media post, and then that's also that repinning, pulling from people that you know, like, and trust, that are like-hearted and like-minded to your business, and being able to pin their pins to your boards as well. So if you need help, head on over to socialspeaknetwork.com today. Schedule a free 30-minute consultation. Let's get you pinning correctly today. Thank you so much. Have a great day.